The lesson plan juice, we got enough to go around. The lesson plan juice, we got enough to go around.
Peace and blessings to you all. Welcome to another episode of the Lesson Plan Juice podcast, where I'll sip the juice on some of my different classroom experiences. My name is Mr. David Moore, and my guest narrator is the voice of Chris Hemsworth. Today's episode is about my students, their culture clothing, and why they shouldn't be wearing things they don't really know about. Speaking for myself, I'm an 80s baby, and I'm a huge fan and supporter of urban culture. I love watching classic movies and listening to certain music that helped shape the culture of my generation. In my personal opinion, I feel like these movies, songs, and artists helped shape a lot of other lives in many ways. To physically represent for my culture, I love to wear novelty t-shirts when I casually dress. You may see me in a shirt with one of my favorite rappers or singers on it, or maybe even a shirt that highlights a classic movie that I love. As I said earlier, I wear this culture clothing because I respect and love the way it helped shape me into the person I am today. Even though they're not supposed to wear it due to the school uniform policy, I get excited when my students wear hoodies and shirts to school featuring things I grew up on. They used to make me have a certain level of appreciation for them when it comes to their musical and theatrical tastes. However, I take major offense when I see them wearing it, ask them about what they're wearing, and they don't know anything about it. For example, a student may wear a Prince Purple Rain shirt on a dress down day, and I'll ask them if they ever watched the movie before, and not only will they tell me no, they'll say they never even heard of Prince before. This is extremely upsetting to me on a personal level, because I would at least expect them to know who the people are on the clothing that they're wearing. I know this doesn't have anything to do with classroom instruction, but I'm using this as a teachable moment for my students and their parents. Students should have knowledge about the people who are culture changers before they represent them on shirts and hoodies. It's the parents' responsibility to educate their children on these culture-changing people also. If I'm speaking transparently, I'm really disappointed in the parents for not giving them proper history on these movies, songs, and artists. If they educated their children about the people and movies on the clothing they're wearing, they'd have a better understanding of the culture we've built over time. Another pet peeve of mine is when students wear clothing with culture they not only not know about, but is also very inappropriate when it comes to school attire. I've seen kindergarten students wearing jackets that represented the classic movie Friday, and first grade students with hoodies that featured the movie cover of the John Singleton masterpiece, Boys in the Hood. Now, to people in my generation, these movies are amazing. We watch them all the time and know them word for word. To a young child, however, these movies are not something they are supposed to know about. The truth is, though, is they really don't know anything about those movies. Their parents are the ones who think it's okay for them to wear these jackets to school. Now, I'm a glass half full kind of person, so let me look at the bright side of this situation. Maybe parents buy their kids these clothes because they're affordable. Maybe these clothes are all the parents have for them to wear. Maybe the parents have their kids wear these clothes because the colors match the colors of the schools they're attending. As I said earlier, even though certain types of clothing are not allowed at schools, most schools make exceptions because of things such as this. No matter what the reason may be, it still irks my nerves to see that most of these students do not know about the culture represented on the clothing they wear. It really gets under my skin. In defense of the students, though, were we any different when we were their age? Would you have worn a hoodie or shirt with someone or something you knew nothing about? In closing, I'm going to need everyone to step their game up when it comes to wearing culture clothing. Don't put on a Metallica shirt when you know you can't sing one song they've released. Don't wear a Poetic Justice hoodie when you haven't seen the movie A Day in Your Life. You're going to get your culture card taken away. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Lesson Plan Juice podcast. Please tune in next time and sip the juice with me. I thank you all for your support, whether you're a fellow educator, parent, administrator, or regular listener. I appreciate you. God bless you all. Peace.